This video is a quick intro to the famous current chapter masters of various Space Marine chapters of the 41st and 42nd Millennium. For the ones who are new to Warhammer and have only seen Calgar in Space Marine 2, this will be an eye-opener to a fraction of the 1,000 chapters of Space Marines that currently exist in the grimdark galaxy. For the older battle brothers, this is but a refresher course. Let's get to it. Number 1. Minotaurs Calgar. Minotaurs Calgar is the current chapter master of the Ultramarines, a warrior of unmatched tactical genius and unshakable devotion to the Codex Astartes. Calgar has guided the Ultramarines through countless battles, from the Tyrannic Wars to the Indomitus Crusade. Trained on Macragge, he epitomizes the Ultramarines' values of honor, discipline, and strategic mastery. He is a master of the theoretical and the practical. He has recently fought side by side with Robudi Guilliman himself, cementing his status as one of the Imperium's greatest champions. Calm under pressure, he is the cool-headed tactician every soldier wishes they had leading them into battle. Number 2. Dante. Dante, the venerable chapter master of the Blood Angels, also called the Master of the Blood Angels and the Lord of the Angelic Host, has led his chapter for over 1500 years. With his golden mask and ancient power armor, Dante is a symbol of hope to the Imperium's beleaguered citizens. He's seen it all: wars, crises, and the constant threat of the Black Rage. Despite his millennia of battle, Dante continues to fight on despite his age. He has led the Blood Angels through the devastation of Baal, holding back the Tyrannid onslaught, even when all seemed lost. Worn but unbroken, Dante now stands as Guilliman's chosen leader of the Imperium Nihilus, ever being the tireless protector of mankind. Number 3. Azrael. Azrael, the supreme Grand Master of the Dark Angels, commands one of the most secretive and enigmatic chapters of the Imperium. As the keeper of ancient oaths and forbidden knowledge, Azrael bears the burden of this chapter's hunt for the fallen, the traitorous brothers who turned on them during the Horus Heresy. Azrael is a cunning strategist deeply committed to his chapter's hidden mission, and he has led the Dark Angels through countless conflicts with precision and ruthless efficiency. He balances their darkest past with the ironclad loyalty to the Emperor, all the while hiding more than a few skeletons of the chapter's closet. Number 4. Jubal Khan. Jubal Khan is the current Great Khan of the White Scars, and he embodies the speed, adaptability, and tactical brilliance that defines his chapter. He leads his warriors in lightning-fast raids, outmaneuvering enemies before they even know they're under attack. Like the nomadic people of Chogoris, Jubal values independence and honors the ancient traditions of the White Scars. Under his leadership, the chapter continues to be one of the most mobile and unpredictable forces in the Imperium, striking hard and fast before fading into the winds. With an innate understanding of both war and the way of the hunt, Jubal ensures the White Scars remain a force to be reckoned with wherever the hunt takes them. Number 5. Logan Grimnar. Logan Grimnar is the current Great Wolf of the Space Wolves chapter, and has led them with a fierce loyalty and unbreakable will for centuries. A veteran of countless wars, Logan leads his chapter with the strength and courage of the warriors of Fenris, riding into battle atop his mighty Thunderwolf, Storm Rider. Under his watch, the Space Wolves maintain their independence from the rigidity of the Codex Astartes, holding fast to their ancient Fenrisian traditions. Grimnar's loyalty to his warriors and his Primarch, Leman Russ, makes him a figure of immense respect, and his booming laughter is often heard before that fearsome charge into battle. Number 6. Tushan. Tushan is the current chapter master of the Salamanders, also known as the Master of the Fire Drakes. He leads them with a deep sense of duty to humanity. Raised on the volcanic world of Nocturne, Tushan and his warriors are renowned for not only their fearsome close-quarters combat, but also their commitment to protecting the Imperium citizens. His reign has been defined by his duality, fierce in battle yet nurturing towards the weak. The Salamanders' motto of "no matter the odds" is etched into their souls, and Tushan exemplifies this, standing firm in defense of the Emperor's people even when all hope seems lost. His leadership has kept the flame of Vulcan burning bright both in battle and in the hearts of his warriors. Number 7. Kavan Shrike. Kavan Shrike is the current Master of Shadows of the Raven Guard. He leads his warriors with a quiet intensity that mirrors the chapter's stealthy approach to war. Shrike's mastery of infiltration, sabotage, and guerrilla tactics has made him a thorn in the side of the enemies, in their butts. Known for his striking from the shadows and vanishing without a trace, like a hit it and quit it, Shrike has continued the Raven Guard's tradition of asymmetrical warfare, using cunning and precision rather than brute strength. His rise to Chapter Master has only intensified the Raven Guard's focus on hit-and-run tactics, ensuring that their enemies are dead long before they can even see them. Number 8. Gregor Decian. Gregor Decian, the Chapter Master of the Imperial Fists, upholds the stoic and immovable legacy of Rogal Dawn. Under his command, the Imperial Fists have remained the masters of siege warfare and defensive fortifications, holding strong in the face of overwhelming odds time and time again. Decian's leadership has seen the chapter through the devastation of Cadia and countless other war zones where their unyielding strength had turned the tide. With an iron resolve and an unbreakable faith in the Emperor, Decian ensures that the Imperial Fist continues to serve as the ultimate defenders of terror and humanity. Number 9. Cardan Stronos. Cardan Stronos is the current Iron Father of the Iron Hands. He is the embodiment of the chapter's relentless pursuit of mechanical perfection. After enduring the tragic loss of their Primarch Ferrus Manus, the Iron Hands have embraced a philosophy of cold logic, believing that flesh is weak and only the machine is eternal. Stronos, with his augmented form and steely demeanor, leads his chapter with ruthless efficiency, constantly striving to push weakness from both himself and his warriors. Under his command, the Iron Hands have remained an unforgiving and relentless force, driven by a singular belief in strength of the machine over the fallibility of flesh. Number 10. Calgar Drago. Calgar Drago is the current Supreme Grand Master of the Grey Knights. He is a man out of time, yet his name resonates across the galaxy. Well, in hushed tones, and the ones who've heard his name will certainly die. Drago's rise to power was marked by incredible feats, including slaying the demon Primarch Mortarion and sending him back to the warp. His actions, however, led to a trap in the warp where he continues to wage a one-man war against the denizens of chaos. Though lost in the Immaterium, Drago's presence still is felt amongst the Grey Knights, and he comes back again and again like that uncle during birthdays. His deeds are the stuff of legend, and despite his strange fate, Drago remains an unyielding beacon of hope in the eternal struggle. Number 11. Gabriel Seth. He leads the Flesh Tearers, a Blood Angel successor chapter known for their savage combat style and struggles with the Black Rage. Unlike many of his peers, Seth doesn't really try to sugarcoat the brutal nature of his warriors. He knows they tread a fine line between being a loyal servant of the Emperor and becoming Count Dracula time after time. His leadership is all about managing that rage, keeping his warriors focused on the enemy rather than succumbing to their darker impulses. Seth is no politician. He speaks plainly and fights brutally, favoring a massive chainsword called the Blood Reaver, which carves through enemies as easily as his blunt words cut through diplomacy, like Trump. Number 12. Gabriel Angelus. I'm not Spanish. Gabriel Angelus is the stoic chapter master of the Blood Ravens. He is a man with a deep sense of duty, caught between the mysterious origins of his chapter and his unwavering loyalty to the Imperium. The Blood Ravens are known for their obsession with acquiring knowledge. They really like Wikipedia, sometimes to the point of suspicion. Under Angelus' leadership, they fought in some of the most brutal campaigns in the Segmentum Obscurus, including the defense of Tartarus and the Korava conflict. Angelus himself is a symbol of resilience, having weathered internal strife, accusations of heresy, and even personal loss, the loss of his dictionary, all while wielding the demon hammer called the God Splitter. Number 13. Zachariah Kirsch. Zach leads the Excoriators, a successor chapter of the Imperial Fists who revel in the purity of suffering and martyrdom. The Excoriators are famed for their bloody trials, where each warrior must endure relentless punishment to prove their worth. Kirsch himself is no stranger to pain. Having risen from the ranks by sheer determination and faith, he bears the scars of 100 battles and self-inflicted punishment. Under Kirsch, the Excoriators have continued to fight with grim resolve, turning their suffering into a weapon against the darkness, against chaos. Number 14. Helbrecht. He is the current High Marshal of the Black Templars, one of the most zealous and crusading chapters in the Imperium. With their endless crusades, the Black Templars have traversed the furthest reaches of the galaxy. Helbrecht himself is a warrior consumed by a desire to wage war in the Emperor's name, leading his chapter from one conflict to the next. His greatest personal vendetta is against the Greenskins, the Orcs, having fought them numerous times. Helbrecht's leadership has ensured that the Black Templars remain one of the most fanatically loyal chapters. with each crusade only fueling their unending drive for war. Number 15, Tiberius. Okay, Megalodon here, also known as Tiberius the Red Wig, leads the Carcharodons or the Space Sharks, which is a chapter known for their brutal predatory nature and their exile to the furthest reaches of the Imperium. And by exile I mean missions. His monstrous reputation on the battlefield is well earned, with his twin lightning claws, Hunger and Slake, cutting down enemies in a frenzy of violence. Tiberius embodies the Carcharodons' ruthless approach, swift, silent and savage, striking without warning before disappearing into the void, like sharks. His chapter's history is shrouded in mystery, but their tactics remain consistent: hit hard, leave nothing standing, and take what they need to survive. Number 16, Constantus. Constantus is the shadowy leader of the Doom Legion, overseeing one of the most enigmatic chapters in the Imperium. The Doom Legion's history is plagued with misfortune and the whispers of curse-ridden fates. Constantus, however, does not dwell in their ill fortune. Instead, he leads his warriors with a quiet determination, maintaining a grim outlook as they face unsurmountable odds. His chapter is often deployed to the bleakest war zones, if their ill fate wasn't enough, where victory seems impossible. Yet, despite their cursed reputation, Constantus and the Doom Legion has always managed to stand defiant, willing to sacrifice everything for the Emperor. He is truly a loyal dog. Number 17. Let me pronounce this properly. Nakir, Nakir. Nakir, master of the Consecrators, leads a chapter that is steeped in history and relics. As one of the Unforgiven, a successor of the Dark Angels, Nakir's role is to safeguard the legacy of their Primarch, Lionel Johnson. His warriors carry ancient, revered relics into battle. Each weapon and suit of armor is a direct link to the Legion's past. Nakir's leadership is marked by a deep respect for his heritage, guiding his warriors to uphold the chapter's traditions while hunting the fallen, just as their predecessors have done for millennia. He ensures the Consecrators remain one of the most feared and respected forces amongst the Unforgiven. Number 8. Pedro Pascal. Pedro Cantor. Pedro Cantor, the steadfast chapter master of the Crimson Fists, leads his beleaguered chapter with courage and resilience. After the Rin's World disaster where an orc invasion devastated their fortress monastery, Cantor rallied his surviving warriors and turned the tide against the impossible odds. His leadership has seen the Crimson Fists rise from near extinction, and they now stand as a symbol of determination in the face of overwhelming adversity. Cantor is known for his tactics, guiding his chapter through the dark times that is the era Indomitus. Number 19. Laius Isodon. Laius Isodon, the shadowy chapter master of the Raptors, leads with a cunning and ruthless pragmatism. Known for his preference for guerrilla tactics and stealth operations, Isodon and his Raptors strike from the shadows, dismantling enemy forces with surgical precision before fading into the void. Under Isodon's command, the Raptors have become masters of hit-and-run tactics, exploiting their enemies' weaknesses and using their stealthy nature to great effect. His leadership style is marked by careful planning and a deep understanding of asymmetrical warfare, making the Raptors one of the most efficient and deadly chapters of the Imperium. Number 20. Magyar. Magyar is the grim chapter master of the Mortificators, and leads a chapter that is infamous for its morbid obsession with death, meditation, and sacrifice. The Mortificators embrace the grim realities of war, believing that suffering and mortality are the Emperor's greatest gifts. His chapter is often called upon to fight in the most desperate and hopeless battles, where their acceptance of death allows them to accomplish what others cannot. The tribal wars of their homeworld Postal have created a population suited to become Space Marines, and since Postal is a ninth world, Mortificators are accustomed to fight in low-light conditions. And let's just say that Magyar can see really well at night. Number 21. Asterion Moloch. Asterion Moloch is the mysterious and imposing chapter master of the Minotaurs, commanding a chapter that specializes in warfare against other Astartes. Known for their brutal efficiency in combating traitor legions and rebellious forces and renegade chapters, the Minotaurs operate with a level of autonomy that has led to whispers of secret alliances with the High Lords of Terror and the Inquisition, which is partially true. Moloch himself is a towering figure clad in Terminator armor and wields a power mace. His leadership has turned the Minotaurs into one of the most feared chapters in the Imperium, with their ferocity and tactical acumen making them a weapon of choice in the darkest of times. Number 22. Alvaro. Alvaro is a noble chapter master of the Howling Griffins, and leads with a sense of duty and honor that befits his chapter's storied legacy. The Howling Griffins are known for their strict adherence to the Codex Astartes and their unbreakable oaths of loyalty. Alvaro himself is a paragon of these values, guiding his warriors with a firm hand and a noble heart. His chapter has fought in countless campaigns, always standing as a bulwark against the enemies of the Imperium, and they have been the biggest contributor to the Death Watch in recent times. Number 23. Stibor Lazaric. Stibor Lazaric is a fiery and aggressive chapter master of the Firehawks, leading a chapter that has been marked by tragedy, confusion, mystery, and transformation. After their fleet disappeared into the warp, the Firehawks were thought lost, only to return as flame-wreathed Legion of the Damned. Well, allegedly. Lazaric himself is a warrior of unparalleled ferocity, known for leading his chapter in lightning assaults that leave nothing but scorched earth in their wake. Under his leadership, the Firehawks would have continued their relentless war against chaos inside of chaos, or they might have turned into the Legion of the Damned. Well, this is up to Games Workshop to affirm. Number 24. Call Engendré. Call Engendré, the chapter master of the Brazen Claws, leads a chapter that has had to rebuild itself after near extinction. The Brazen Claws have a long history of adapting to adversity, and Engendré's leadership has seen them rise from the ashes of their former glory. Known for his unyielding determination and tactical brilliance, Engendré has guided his chapter through some of the most toughest battles in their history, always finding a way to turn the tide in their favor. They are heroic defenders of the Fortress of Cadia and Talos 4, and now they have taken the war to the warp and they are lost in the Eye of Terror. And 25. Sadon. Sadon is the 18th Master of the Iron Snakes, the Space Marine chapter. He is a gigantic figure, standing a meter taller than the average battle brother, meaning that he is over 10 feet in height, taller than a Custodes, and at the same height with a few Primarchs, maybe taller than Alpharius and Omegon, who were known as the Tyrion Lannisters of the Primarchs. Sadon is noted for his wisdom and leadership, knowing the names and qualities of many, if not all of the 1,000-strong Astartes who serve under him. There are quite a lot more chapter masters in the Imperium, but unfortunately, I'm exhausted. So if you like this video, then watch this other one too, and if you want to browse for other sci-fi and Warhammer content, then check out our channel. So subscribe, like for support, and while you're at it, bang on that bell icon for notifications on new video uploads. I don't know how Luden can do it. An hour-long video. Woo. Till the next time, take care, boys.